Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Philip is lying in his bed at the Salem Inn, shirtless, when Vivian approaches him. She tells him to put Victor's letter down. They have more crucial tasks to complete. Philip dons a robe, and Vivian looks away. She informs him that in order to prevent Xander from handing Titan over to the Demaras, they must strengthen their position. Philip acknowledges that Sarah is making him reconsider. A sullen Xander informs Kristen at the Demara estate that he and Philip were unable to agree on a trade of Titan for the serum. He knows a better way to accomplish it, though. Philip has to die for real. Kristen laughs, questioning whether Xander is willing to murder his brother. Although he's not, Xander is very certain that she is. Xander reminds her that she has urged him to kill several individuals over the years when she objects. Though not so much that she would murder for it, Kristen wants Titan. If he wants Sarah to walk again, he will need to figure out a different technique to stop Philip at the knees. Holly is disappointed that Tate hasn't replied to her text when she checks her phone at home. He's still in bed, she thinks. Tate and Sophia awaken in their bed. There's a condom wrapper on the bedside table. Sophia smirks and continues, "So that took place." They acknowledge that they were surprised, but they are glad about it. Sophia receives a text message as they are kissing. She informs Tate that because her buddy Brianna lied about sleeping at her house, her mother called to check for her. She must handle it, but Brianna filled in for her. Sophia phones her mother as Tate gets them something to eat. When Tate looks at his phone in the living room, he discovers that Holly texted him that she wanted to talk. In the hospital, Days, Johnny and Chanel are positioned opposite Joy and Kate. Joy is introduced to Chanel and Johnny by Kate on the Body and Soul hospital set. Johnny's smile is forced. While Johnny and Joy act as though they are meeting for the first time, Chanel is ecstatic to have met Joy during her fantastic audition. As Joy and Chanel joke about their characters battling for a man, Johnny wriggles. Kate asks Johnny to show Joy around while she takes Chanel away for a costume fitting. When Sarah crawled into Xander's room at the Salem Inn, Vivian informs Philip that she had already made her bed. According to Victor's letter, Titan belongs to Philip. In order for them to start working, she instructs him to get dressed. He wants to be left alone. She tells him that she carried him in her womb till he came out beautiful and nude. Cringing, he asks her to never think of that picture ever again. Kate tells Chanel in the Body and Soul office that she hopes she will give Johnny another chance because she has a soft spot for him. When she was married to his grandfather Stefano, she can still clearly recall Johnny racing through the home. Kate laments, "He was such a sweet boy." Chanel responds, "Well, that sweet boy called me a cheating slut." Although Kate is not condoning his heinous actions, men often allow their jealousy to control them. Chanel was harmed by Johnny, but not to the extent that her son Philip had earlier done to Chloe and Brady. Joy awkwardly brings out the awkwardness of the situation to Johnny on set. She is aware that he is married, though. In front of his employer and another actor, she would never speak. Johnny cries when he identifies the actor as his wife. Joy, who is shocked, claims that if she had known Chanel was cheating on him, she wouldn't have been so kind. Johnny clarifies his misunderstanding. Joy jokes that he wouldn't have returned to her hotel room if he had figured it out sooner. As Sophia emerges from the townhouse wearing her work clothes from the night before, Tate looks at Holly's note. She observes his stunned reaction as she announces that she has successfully covered with her mother. Resuming his conversation, he offers her cereal for breakfast. She says she had a good time but had to leave. After giving him a long kiss, she walks away. Sophia leans dreamily against the closed door in the corridor. Tate's face tightens on the inside as he reads Holly's text once more. Holly and Sarah catch up on their recent troubles at the Kiriakis' mansion. Since Tate hasn't replied to her texts, Holly believes he doesn't want to interact with her. Tate responds to her at last, saying, "Hey, I just got this." Johnny asks Joy on stage if they can forget about the other night. That would be ideal, she agrees. Even her mother, who discovered his wedding band in her hotel room, has not been informed. Since his wife can't find out, he values her discretion. Kate acknowledges to Chanel that, for production-related reasons, she also selfishly wants her star actress and director to get along at BNS. Someone entering the room with another issue is the last thing she needs. Kate is told to quit trying to kill her son's contract by Xander, who bursts in. She doesn't understand what he's discussing. Xander is adamant that she is the one controlling him, claiming that Philip is staying at the Salem Inn. He gives her the instruction to move Philip away. Kate stares in confusion as Xander leaves without warning. Chanel goes back to the set to join Joy and Johnny. Because Johnny couldn't stop talking about Chanel while she was away, Joy observes how much he loves her. Chanel chooses to forgive Johnny after she departs. He's on probation, though, so he had better not mess this up any further. As Holly approaches the door of the townhouse, Tate considers her. He's sorry he didn't reply to her text earlier. She believes he was occupied. There's something I need to tell you, he adds, wearing a guilty expression. Kate and Vivian scowl at one another in a room at the Salem Inn. Using a key card, Kate approaches Philip's hotel room door and complains that this is the second time he has returned without telling her. She lets herself in. From the connected room, Vivian comes out. The women scowl at one another, and Kate moves. At home, Xander warns Victor's image that he might have to murder the son of a bitch himself if Kate is unable to stop Philip and Kristen refuses to. The brothers glare at one another as Philip walks in. On days, Julie looks after her beloved Doug. Peacock Days of Our Lives spoilers for the upcoming episodes of the popular Peacock soap opera tease the November sweeps will make you cry. We are aware that Doug's departure will be highlighted during Sweeps Month, and in early December, there will be a memorial service and tribute to Bill Hayes. The unfortunate incident that is about to happen is set in motion when Julie takes care of Doug during a health crisis the next week. Days commemorates the 59th anniversary of the show while also marking the anniversary of John, Drake Hodgson, and Marlena. This Jarlena moment is made even more poignant by Drake's passing, especially since the show will need to provide an explanation for John's absence from his dock on their important day. Sign up for our newsletter on soap operas. Receive notifications directly in your inbox about Monsters and Critics' most recent pieces and more. You accept our terms and conditions and privacy policy by sending us your information. But don't be afraid. Paul, Christopher Sean, and Belle, Martha Madison, are coming back to town for the milestone, so Marlena won't be alone on Jarlena's anniversary. As Sweeps Month gets underway, Salem also has a lot of drama and mayhem to keep fans alert. Philip and Vivian create a stir. When Philip, Jean-Paul Lavoisier, and Vivian, Louise Sorrell, return, Kate, Lauren Koslow, goes into overly protective mama bear mode. When Vivian unexpectedly extends an offer to Kate, their confrontation changes. As Xander, Paul Telfer, schemes to kill his brother, Philip enjoys putting pressure on him. In typical manner, Sarah, Lindsay Godfrey, fails in her attempt to be Xander's sane voice. Vivian has more than just Kate as an issue. The cop gets into difficulties when Jada, Elia Cantu, backs Vivian into a corner before the week is over. Jada is fortunate that Rafe, Galen Gehring, arrives just in time to save her. A new family member and adolescent anxiety Salem rock. Following her encounter with Tate, Leo Howard, Sophia, Madeline Keynes, tells Ava, Tamara Braun, that she feels something for him. As Holly, Ashley Puzimis, swears to win Tate back, Sophia tries to give her an update on her romantic life but is cut off. Speaking of Tate, after finding out that Holly wants him back, he seeks guidance from Brady, Eric Martsolf. Does anyone else believe that as the romance between Sophia, Tate, and Holly intensifies, a fictitious adolescent pregnancy is imminent? Al Calderon's character Javi recently moved to Salem, but his presence instantly causes issues with Rafe. Gabby, Sherry Jimenez, also issues a warning to the newest member of the Hernandez family after he shows interest in Leo, Greg Rickhart.